Hi everyone, this is CB from GameDay Hockey, and I wanted to give you a quick update on the channel as well as a few things around the league. And I thought the best way to do this would be just to hop on here and let you know in person, which I don't usually do, but there are just some things I wanted to touch on, and I thought this would be the best way to do it. First of all, I just want to say thank you for the support. Even in the off season, we've had some people commenting and staying active on our videos, and things have slowed down a little bit since the draft for sure, but there has been some news, with new GM and names and logos and, draft picks, interviews. So, we've tried to keep on top of that. And of course, the big news is that the teams released their names and logos. So if you haven't been on the PWHL website in a little while, you really should check it out because they've redone it with the identities and branding and colors for all the teams. So just really quickly, obviously the Boston Fleet, sail with us, anchors up, and a lot of great merch. Their newsletter is rebranded as the Signal now. So a lot of green and maritime look everywhere. Then if you hop over to the Ottawa Charge, they've got their new branding on here as well. Join the surge, forward, feel the energy. So, they're doing a really good job of making things fit the brand right away. And I think that's just great for them. We've got the Pulse newsletter, and each team has the explanation of how the logos came about and a little promo video for each team. So it's been a lot of fun to see, and I hope you like your team's logo and name. I think they're growing on everybody. Don't forget to check out the shop with the merch here where you can get the new stuff, the new t-shirts, hats. It's really, really good looking. I've got my order in. I haven't got it yet. And by the way, thank you. A big supporter of the channel did the incredible honor of giving me the gift of a game-worn Renata Fast jersey from the first season, of course. This was worn at the end, actually, of their 11-game winning streak when they went into Ottawa, and Jocelyn Larocque was suspended for one game, and Renata had to play without her partner. So, but this, I love having the away jersey. I have the home jersey in a frame, and this is the first time I've put it on. So I hope that it gives me, some of that good Renata Fast energy. And this is just an incredible souvenir to have from the first season and my favorite player. So I'm getting really excited. I like the name, the Toronto Scepters. And of course, you have to support your own team. And I think everybody likes their team's logo and name from what I've seen. We did a podcast on that, myself and Lindsay from PW Central, if you want to check that out. Yeah, here's the video where Lindsay and I gave our reaction on the logos that had just come out. And we found some fun things on Twitter that made us laugh. And, we were just being honest. And I put on the screen, I think, every once in a while, we really love all of the logos. So it would come through. We genuinely love all of them because we were, scrutinizing and criticizing all of them. But, that's part of being a fan. So while we're talking about the channel, make sure if you haven't been here in a little bit that you go back and check out some of the episodes of the podcast because we've had a lot of rookies from the PWHL on the podcast to speak with us. We've had Izzy Daniel from Toronto. We had Daniela Peshova from Boston, El Harchi from New York, a great one with Kayla Barnes and Jen Gardner, who are both rookies from Montreal, and Ronya Savalainen from the Ottawa Charge. We just spoke with her the other day. And on here, you'll also find the top 10 moments that we did with Cheryl Pounder. That was awesome. I actually need to finish posting the last few of those, so bear with me. I'll be getting those up. So you can look back and enjoy the season. We also did our top 10 storylines with Becky Keller. And also check out my writing here on the Hockey News. I'm here with, under my name here. I write primarily on the Toronto team, but all these interviews have been written up here. We did a great interview with Daniela Ponticelli earlier in the season. And so they're right up there. I wrote about Daryl Watts. I wrote about what I saw as the culture of all six of the teams. So, I think the Hockey News is really the best site going. Of course, I might be biased, but they're doing a great job of staying on top of everything, including, the NCAA, the SDHL, players that are upcoming in the draft, and storylines about all the behind the scenes of what's going on in places like Minnesota and, the business end of things. Speaking of which, I'm doing a lot of scouting. This is a spreadsheet that I've got underway with the top prospects for next year's draft right now. It looks like Abby Murphy, who's playing in Minnesota, is on top, but she is getting some challenge from her own teammate now, Natalie Mlinkova. We're going to have to watch how the seasons go for people like Nicole Gosling, Haley Wynn. Over in the SDHL, Vivi Vainica has had a great start. So I'm watching a lot of these already. I know NHL camps are underway, but I'm busy watching college hockey, which will be coming up soon. And then the SDHL and the Swiss League are underway. So this is a spreadsheet that I'm going to be keeping updated, and I'll have graphics. So if you follow me on my socials, I'll post my rankings of these prospects. And then in case you're wondering, I get a lot of questions about when the season is starting and, when they're going to even announce the season is starting. And we don't really know when that's going to be. The best indicator that we've heard is late November or maybe the 1st of December. I think if you do the math, they're telling us that training camps will open on November the 12th. So I would pencil in maybe 2 weeks for that to get a couple of preseason or exhibition games in. And so that would be like maybe November 26th, 27th, right on that cusp of the last day of November, first day of December for sure. And then as far as season tickets, they literally just went on sale in Montreal and Ottawa. They are on sale for Boston and Minnesota. Toronto went on sale and sold out their packages in just a couple of days. We haven't heard about New York yet because they are moving to the Prudential Center. So I think they're trying to get that lined up. So grab your season tickets while you can. Super exciting to see Toronto sell out their new Coca-Cola Center, which has over 8,000 seats, and I think there are going to be some half-season packages available that you can still get and individual games. So that's just super exciting to see. Of course, Montreal will be switching to Place Belle in Laval, so that'll be exciting. I think we all kind of agree this is the best looking logo, and just can't wait to see the jerseys. And speaking of which, jersey designs will be released in late October, possibly early November. Amy Shear, who is the Senior Vice President of Business Operations, said the jerseys are still in production, so they thought that they would just hold off on that and then release the designs, and they'll be ready for sale with a replica jersey. So this is it. You can get your favorite players, name and number on your jersey if you don't happen to own a game used jersey, which would be out of most people's budget, including mine. So, it's like a month or more away, but there's so much going on. You can watch some players that are in action, like somebody like Nemo Nubarova, who's playing in the Swiss League. She's Toronto's rookie. And over in the SDHL, a couple of players have started off with their former teams. So while you're at it, don't forget to check out my channel on Ko-fi. This is where I let you guys know how much you mean to me, and you know that I need your continuing support. I really appreciate the interaction and all the positivity in the comments and the support that you all have given me. So if you head over to Ko-fi, I don't know if it's Ko-fi or Ko-fi.com with a hyphen in the middle /GameDay Hockey, you'll see here that I'm populating this with some posts and some videos, some more opinion pieces. I did a rating here on the logos that I thought I would do it a little more lighthearted and opinionated, scoring the logos. And so there are some things on here that might cross over with the YouTube channel under the community tab, where I post some, small articles, very blog-like feel. But on Ko-fi, you can get some behind-the-scenes content. And the reason that I appreciate you visiting that page is that this is where you can actually subscribe or donate. Right here, it's easy to find. You can donate as little as $2, $5, $8, any amount you want. And you can even make it a monthly donation, which would be like a subscription. And then as soon as you make any kind of a donation, like $2, anything, you will unlock all of this supporter content. And this supporter content are things like videos, full-length interviews that I would typically edit down to put on the channel. And if you're kind of a super fan or want full access, this is where it is. For instance, the press conference with Jana Hefford and Melissa Caruso, the new GM, just didn't make it to the channel. And the full audio interview with Carly Jackson, full interviews with the award winners, including Kristen Campbell, Grace Zumwinkle, Aaron Ambrose, will be added here soon, if not already. So this is just a good place to keep tabs on what's going on. And I've even added some of the merch that I do have for sale. This coffee mug, I'm telling you guys, if you want to get more work done, just looking at this great looking mug will inspire you. But, every little bit helps. And if you can do that, I would really, really appreciate it. I've got a few followers. You can see a couple of donators here already, but I'm hoping once the season gets started that we can really ramp this up together. And the money goes straight to me, by the way. Some of you had asked about donating through the YouTube channel, and they do take, I think it's a 30% cut. So Ko-fi is definitely the place to go. If you want to support me, you can just hit the button, donate once, unlock all of the content. You can also support us on Spotify. There's a button there to donate. And of course, on YouTube, there is the super thanks, which some of you took advantage of. Thank you so, so much. And so looking forward, I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling. I'm going to be heading to Toronto here shortly and, watching that team very closely, reporting for the hockey news exclusively with game recaps and, special features on that team. And then I will be getting on a train or a bus or however I can to get to Montreal, Ottawa, probably Boston, New York, and maybe as far as Minnesota if we can get the funding. That's the furthest city, but definitely Ottawa and Montreal. So I'll be covering those teams and doing some write-ups for Boston. So please follow me on the hockey news there. And that's where the funding comes in because I am completely self-funded here, as you know, and traveling and those costs are all on us together. So let me know, please, what you would like to see when I go to those cities. I can take photos. I can request certain players for interviews. I do have access to the PR folks from every team to request interviews. So let me know who you'd like to hear from, and I'll do my best to get that on here for you. But the costs, obviously, of traveling is probably the biggest one, along with just keeping, the technical side of things going. So my social media links are all here on the YouTube channel. And this is the best place I thought to let you know that the coverage is really going to ramp up here on the channel. So when you're watching these videos, it really, really helps, when you dig into it a little bit. Viewing it is great, and hitting the like button means so much on every video. Like if you have a few minutes to go back through some of the ones you've enjoyed, if you forgot to hit that thumbs up, that lets YouTube know that once you clicked on it, you enjoyed it. So if you just watch it and leave, it's not as good as if you hit the thumbs up. So that's the best way to get this channel promoted and known and to show up in search and to kind of help build the community is to hit that like button and, of course, to subscribe if you haven't already done that. I think we're up to about 3,400 subscribers, which is just incredible. I appreciate it. And please comment. That also, helps the YouTube algorithm and just keeps the community strong. And we get some arguments going there. I answer almost every comment, or at least, thumbs up, and let you know that I'm reading them. I read every single one. I know certain ones of you who have favorite teams, favorite players. So our dialogue back and forth that we have is just amazing. And it really keeps me going. And as well, what really keeps me going is the support that we've got here. I think we've got like, I don't know, $12 so far, but we'll get there. I wanted to do, if we reach 20 supporters, then those people will get a 2-for-1 entry to the brand new PWHL Fantasy League, which is being run by a friend of mine or someone that I know. And I think it's a really fun idea. And I think it's like you can enter at different levels of pricing, and they have some autographed merch to give away and some prizes. So, PWHL fantasy hockey, what could be better? Like every week you're going to go in and select, I think, different tiers of players. Like the top scorers are diamond, and then platinum, gold, silver, and goalies and rookies going to be added. So each week you select and build out your team of those players, and then there's scoring, goals, assists, and wins. So each week you can change, depending on maybe who's playing against whom or who might have more games. You can be strategic about it. So, it's just a fun way to, take part in the league and interact again. Head over to PWHL Fantasy on Twitter. I think that's their main account. And then they'll be signing people up as soon as the season gets started. So I think that's going to be great fun. I'm definitely going to enter. I did the beta test and finished near the bottom, but that's on brand for me. So I think that's going to be great. And here are the links. This is just my link tree where you can see everything that I have going on, the Puck Drop podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, and then the Ko-fi community with the bonus content and donations, and my writing at the Hockey News. The Ronja Savalainen interview will be coming up any day now on the Hockey News. I wish I had more hours in the day. There's just nothing better than talking hockey, and that's what I'm trying to do on this channel. You guys are in this with me, and the more that you can interact, I think the better our community is. So, make sure you subscribe and hit thumbs up on anything that you are seeing. As we get going here, we're going to ramp up the content, but you can go back through if you want to catch up on everything that's been going on with all of these interviews and things that have been posted in the last few months. I've had some really great guests. So the names and logos, press conferences on here for the PWHL. So these were great interviews. I got to do, as you know, the 3 players that were at the draft from Luleå, that I ended up interviewing all 3 of them. Nora Toulouse, who went to New York, Ronja Savalainen, who was drafted by Ottawa, and Daniela Peshova, who was drafted to Boston. Those 3 are just really going to be, favorites that I keep a close eye on, because they're all just wonderful people. And unfortunately, they got drafted to different teams, but we're going to see all of them in action. And they're just, great interviews. And now I consider them friends of the channel. They just couldn't have been nicer. And so, check those out and mark those names down to watch, because they're going to be a lot of fun. As well as the players coming in from the NCAA. Like, who do we think is going to be a Rookie of the Year? Do you think it's just going to be Fillier, just hands down, or maybe somebody like Hannah Bilka, or, one of the defenders, Kayla Barnes, Claire Thompson? Like, it's just so much fun to see all this new talent that's coming in. So again, the main message is I just wanted to let you know that we're going to have more and just more content and more in-person content, in-person talking to players and being actually there with them. Coaches, I'd like to interview a member of the equipment staff. I think that would be really interesting as well. The assistant coaches are very interesting to talk to about strategy and, using different players for different roles. So a lot of that will be coming up, and we will have Daniela Ponticelli back. And I have some others lined up that I just can't, say for sure what the schedule is going to be. Some reporters, analysts, people in and around the league. So if you go back and add a donation here, you'll see absolutely everything. And I will announce in the podcast the names of the supporters. So far, I think we have like 8 big followers and a couple of donators. So a big thank you to Tyler and to Mary B, who have donated. In fact, one signed up for a monthly donation. So a couple of people jumping on board already, and it just really means a lot. And I'll let you know, when I'm traveling and what that money's going towards. And a lot of it is going to be just travel and the equipment, that it takes to keep this going and to make sure I can be there and give you what you need. And, this isn't a big budget enterprise. We're not making any profit at all. We're just doing this for the community and trying not to add sponsors and ads. I'd rather keep this for you and by you and with you. So that's about as much of a sales pitch as I'm comfortable making. So I hope you can, get on board and follow me everywhere and let me know what you think of the upcoming season, which logo and name that you're getting behind. One quick update is Natalie Spooner is back on the ice just, within the last week or so. And to me, I don't think she's going to make the beginning of the season. I did a study of the timeline for what we think is an ACL injury, and typically it would be 6 to 9, even to 12 months. And I think she's trending towards the 9 months, but that would still put her in like January and February for a return. So I personally am just going to try to be conservative and guesstimate that she'll be joining the team about a month or two into the season, like January. But she'll be back. She is amazing. Our Mama Spoons, who just continues to carry on and be the amazing player that she is. Of course, Marie-Philippe Poulin dominating in the Team Canada, even practice camp, scoring all these winning goals. And Alex Carpenter will be back. Sarah Fillier will be, exciting to watch in New York. Hannah Bilka, Kayla Barnes, on the blue line with Aaron Ambrose, if you can believe it. Julia Gosling, who might take part of the scoring role of Spooner. And then you've got Daryl Watts joining Toronto as well. And what about the drama in Minnesota? We've been keeping tabs on that and commenting on that. So, go ahead and jump over to the comment section, either here or on Ko-fi. And speaking of the Team Canada camp, we just wanted to mention quickly that the rivalry series will be happening in November, November 6th to 8th in Utah. I think it's California, Utah, and Idaho. 3 games then, and then again in February, they'll play 2 games in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Summerside, PEI. So that's the rivalry series that, is coming right up and will definitely get you ready for the season and give the players a great warm-up. So we can't wait to get all of that started. I'll be doing some coverage on that, of course. So that's about as much as I know about the schedule. Probably if things go as usual, the moment I post this, something new will come out with the schedule. So hopefully you can look that up. So we'll just take one last look at this beautiful jersey. I think there's actually like a puck mark or, some scuffs where, I don't know. There were a few moments in the game where, I saw her skate up at the puck and it was like, it's just hard to put it together that this is the jersey. So if Renata sees this, I'm taking very good care of it and it will be going in a case. I'm not wearing this to drop in hockey or anything like that. So it's very special. And so I'll give you a glimpse now and then of some behind the scenes, with my dogs that I'll have to be leaving here for a little while and my cat. But I don't usually do videos where I talk straight to you guys, as you know, except for the podcast where we're talking about hockey. So it's not the easiest thing for me to talk one-on-one, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on and let you know the schedule coming up, and just really wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being part of the community. Please share this video if you're trying to introduce someone to the channel. Go back and follow on all the socials. Twitter is probably the main one that I post, quick updates, and then I'll post graphics and shorter little posts onto Instagram and Facebook. And here on YouTube, it's a full-time job, of course, and writing for the Hockey News, which I'm grateful for and hope to see you there as well. You can also join the Hockey News Roundtable, where there's a community for commenting. And that's about all I can think of. So hopefully this wasn't too long, but thank you again. And let's keep this community strong. If you do see me at the games, please say hi. I usually have on this hat or the blue one, and a couple of people have recognized me, which is sort of embarrassing, but also wonderful. I'm happy to say hi anytime. And I hope I'll see you out there. If not, we'll just see you right here on YouTube and on Spotify. And we're going strong into season 2. So I look forward to sharing it all with you. Thanks again. We'll see you in the next one.